Heyo everybody, Haku here with my read-through for The Promised Neverland, or Yakusoku no Neverland, chapters 160, 161, and 162. So it said at the end of 159, which is the last one I read, that they were going on hiatus, but then I saw the next week they posted a new chapter. So I was like, what happened to that hiatus? So I have no idea what happened to that hiatus that I thought they were going on. But I waited a couple weeks to read, and I'm going to do these three in a video together. If you're seeing this, it was probably recorded way before you're seeing it, because I still have 5 other chapters I've recorded but haven't posted yet. So, yeah, either way, I'm excited to read, though. Though we hit kind of a not very great point in the story for a bit there in this final arc, it's kind of brought itself back around a bit. And the stuff with the defeat of the Queen was actually really, really good. So I'm excited to see how this ends. How much time we actually even have left, I'm not even sure. But yeah, also for the translation this time around, I guess I could have been using the official translation for a bit now, but I'm gonna be using the official translation. So yeah, if there's a little bit of a difference in things, that's why. So here we go, 160, 161, and 162. Starting with 160, we have the Promised Neverland. We have them running. We see these jars and Ratri behind them there. Because, of course, they realized, okay, now we've taken out the Queen, but the army's still out there, and the Ratri are still out there. So we have Chapter 160, Shackles. The Ratri clan couldn't tip off the demons, or else they'd expose it. They'd expose their blunder. How the previous head, James Ratri, and his comrades had acted as William Minerva and the supporters. Caused the children to escape, helped them along the way, and were involved in the destruction of Lambda. Yeah, of course they couldn't squeal. If it were me, I'd do anything to conceal it. Right, that's why the Ratri clan can't team up with the demons. They'd have to act alone on a small-scale operation and in secret to handle us. They're isolated. That's why we're going to storm the Imperial capital first. As they're scrambling to find us without getting found out by the demons, we'll use the opportunity to crush the Imperial capital and their rule. I'm sure Peter Ratri is annoyed. Circumstances out of his control are forcing him to always be on the defensive. Mr. Minerva helps us even after his death. William Minerva's the biggest hindrance to the Ratri clan. In fact, that was true. At least, it was supposed to be. True. I have something to report, Your Majesty. I'm going to reveal everything to the Queen. Sir? It's impossible now to control this from behind the scenes. This is the only way to change the situation. But sir, one of us, the mediator between the two worlds, stole the Queen's possessions. If they find out about this, the order between the two worlds will break down. But it's still not the worst-case scenario for the Queen. The children, including 22194 and the 2 highest grade, are still alive. She can still obtain them. The Queen bases her actions not on reason, justice, or impulse. She follows her own selfishness. And that's fine. We can't tell her. We can't make a move. Exactly, just like they planned. But that's why we're going to go against it, no matter what the risk. The system will be protected, on the clan's honor. I won't let the food do as they wish any longer. A desperate move that's almost a gamble. I see. The destruction of Lambda wasn't done by some bandits. There's a high possibility that the children of Lambda and escapees from Gracefield are still alive, and are hiding as they destroy the farms. So, please, lend us half. And again, it makes, even though they ate so many big-brain children, it makes the demons seem really, really dumb that they knew all this, and yet still just didn't do anything about it. Please, lend us half of the soldiers you deployed for this punitive expedition. I shall capture all the escapees and offer them to you. Absurd. Why should I lend my soldiers to you? This was your mistake. Indeed, if Doza, Bayonne, and Evelk find out, they'll be furious. The recent events, the devastating loss of Lambda, Gracefield, and more. In addition, because you were involved in the ridiculous hunting ground with the previous Bayonne, Doza, Bayonne, and Noom lost their beloved kin. Exactly, Your Majesty. I will be frank. That is precisely why I want this taken care of before the Tefari. I want this handled secretly, while they're distracted by the Tefari. To do so, our men alone will not suffice. Just as you said, if they find out, they'll fight over who gets possession of the escapees. They killed my son. They brought so much loss to my territory. I want to present them to you, your majesty, without anyone finding out, to you and you alone. You want me to retain everything, even your mistake. How brazen. I will keep my promise. Very well. I shall lend you 2,000 soldiers. Make sure you bring all the children, leaving none behind, to me. Your meat will be on my silver platter. Understood. Oh, if you fail, your meat will be on my silver platter. Understood. Certainly, your majesty. I appreciate your mercy. And we have Norman's reaction. He came back from the brink of death, a move that reverses everything. To think he'd resort to that, and to do it so efficiently, coming out uninjured, not breaking off ties with the demons or entering into conflict with them. Do they know where the base is? Of course they don't, but it's the opposite. Look in the opposite direction from where you would deduce they would be based on the traces they left. He could pull it off, Peter Rattray. And then he thinks through everything, and now he's free of the shackles of Minerva. They created the hunting ground at Goldie Pond and tormented countless children, the source of this system that started 1,000 years ago, the ones responsible for Mr. Minerva's death, and Hugo's and Lucas's too. Even if the world would allow it, even if the world would allow it, we need to keep this order. I'm telling you to kneel, you damn pigs. And he remembers Andrew. The Rattray clan. Emma, Ray, Don, Gilda, I'm glad you're okay. Norman. Oh, you had us worried, man. Yes, welcome back. Thanks. Norman's group still is not to be trusted. Like, for real. Well, it's not that they're not to be trusted, it's just that they did all this evil shit with, like, no repercussions. But, either way, we see him walking over to Aish, and he speaks to her in Demon. Huh? What? We have no time. We have to return to the base. And he takes her hand. Or at least it looks like it. We need to understand the current situation. The position of the Imperial soldiers, the safety of the base. Let's meet up with Oliver's group. Okay, and now we're cutting over to Gillian. Shoot, no way. What's going on? No one's here, and the base is already... I think they probably evacuated. I don't think it's going to be as serious as they're all dead, or... maybe they could have been captured, but I don't think so. I think they were smart enough, the ones left, that they could have evacuated. No one's here. Could it be? No. What happened? Everyone. Where'd you guys go? Alright? And now the nice thing is, I don't have to wait on that cliffhanger anymore. I can just go straight to 161. I'm going to grab some water between reading, though. Alright? I don't know how that was only like 7 minutes, though. It felt like that was a really, really long one with a lot of content. So I have no idea how that only ended up being like 7-8 minutes. But now we're going into another flashback with the group that was still at the base. We're seeing Adam and Anna, Sandy, as I think that one's name, and sorry, I'm trying to remember everyone's name. And Jemima's back there too. Toma and Lonnie. And one of them hears a noise. Emma. Oh, shit, no. It is, they did make it there. It's Peter Rattray with the army. And they're charging in. Hello, you fine scraps of food. Chapter 161. Never be alone. And now we have the dogs running through the woods. Hurry, hurry, back to the base. Everyone, please, please be okay. Boss, and we have Vincent's group meeting back up with them. Vincent, everyone, what are you doing here? I told you to return. I'm so glad you're okay. Apologies, boss. We defied your order. We were worried about you. Sorry. How could you? What if I had died? At least you could have, waited in a safer area. You said that you'd be right behind us. That's why we waited. You defeated the Queen? Yeah, she's dead. And they smile. Get on. We have to hurry to the base. And they all get on their horses. There you are. Emma, Ray, Oliver. And Oliver made it back to them. Something happened. At the base. Everyone is... And now we see the base empty. And Gillian, Zach, Nigel showing up. After we parted, Gillian and Nigel head to the base first. We went to go alert them, but we were too late. What? The base had already been attacked. It was a different force. There were other forces separate from the main army. From what we saw, the total number of soldiers was about 2,000. And where's everyone? They were taken away. All of them, including the lookouts. Taken where? There were some demons at the base waiting to ambush us, so we made him spill it. Yield. What? The escapees, of course! They're all being transferred right now to the closest high-security, top-class farm to be processed as food. To Gracefield House. Of course we're going back to Gracefield. I'm really excited to see it now, though. I see. If it's Gracefield, it's under Velk's jurisdiction. It's easier to hide the escapees from the other aristocrats to offer them to the Queen. But that's not important right now, is it? There are 2,000 Imperial soldiers. Around half the soldiers that were sent out on the expedition. Nearly 7 times as many as we handled at the castle. And we see, of course, flashback, there were 300 in there. But we had Gillan's army then. We don't have a demon force to throw at these soldiers. On our side, we have a bit over 10 people, says Oliver. On top of that, we're wounded. 3 of the most powerful Lambda are out of commission. This is all we got. We're gonna save hundreds of our friends who were captured? What can we do, says Gilda. No, it's impossible. This time around there's no chance of winning. We can't save them. Oh, and of course that means they were interrupted from working on the cure, too. Let's go to Gracefield House. There's no reason to hesitate. Let's go save everyone, says Emma. But we know that. We're trying to discuss how we'll do it, says Ray. Do you have a plan, says Vincent. Nope. That's why we have to think of one right now. There she goes again, and Don's laughing. But instead of thinking we can't do it, what now? It's better to think we can do it. So how do we go about it? It's going to be okay. The 3 of us, Norman, Ray, and me, are together. And we have you guys. We all changed the world up to now. Little old us, born in cages, changed this world so much. Man, and we see all that they've done. And we're just one step away. We're at the point of being one step away now. 2,000 Imperial soldiers in the Rotary clan? That's nothing. We can do it. We'll be able to pull it off. So, we have to believe in ourselves and think of something. Huh. And we have, Norman starts laughing. Boss? When Emma says it, I feel like we can do it. True. And we have achieved everything she set out to do. We've had lots of failures, and regrets too. But we won't be able to figure out what we can do, if we're afraid of them. Yeah. If they're planning to kill them soon, it means everyone's still alive. 2,000 demons, plus the Rotary clan. We just can't take them head on. If it's Gracefield, there's a blueprint in the data Mr. Minerva left us. So, after they arrive at Gracefield, we'll infiltrate. Then it's decided. That's right. This is how Emma got this far. You're not alone. Yeah, now I remember this sensation. It's okay if I'm weak. We're not alone. That's why we humans are strong. And we have all of their group together now. Alright, and Zazier has his mask back on. And it looks like the mask is bandaged up. Alright, whether we like it or not, this is. Let's go. Everyone, whether we like it or not, this is it. Let's go. Everyone's waiting. Oh man, I would have hated to have to wait for 162 after that. Oh, I'm so excited. And after 162, it depends on how quickly I get caught up, or rather how quickly I post these before 163 comes out. So yeah, I'm not 100% on if I'll wait and do more in groups of like 3 chapters a video, or if I'll do them week to week. It just depends on how I catch up. But we have chapter 162, musical chairs, and we see Rotary and the demons colored on the cover. Oh god, here we go. This weird long cover here. Okay. Oh, we see Sungju and Musica riding on the Sleipnir. The temple. Yeah. Even though they've now been driven to the edge of the capital, They were once revered as those who spoke the words of the gods. They appointed the successive kings and assisted their government, as well as being the moral support of the citizens. Since the promise, due to my dad's reign, the faith was distorted and the temple lost their power, but the citizens still have respect toward them. Among them, the high priest and the 4 sages were extremely admirable. They dedicated themselves to serving the citizens. Your teacher's teacher, right? The high priest gave the citizens the permission to break the doctrine immediately following the promise, in order to protect their lives. But to atone for them, he observed the doctrine, and continued to pray for the citizens' well-being. The citizens believe that they can eat cultivated meat because of it. They believe that the sacrifice and prayer of the high priest and 4 sages quelled the anger of the gods. Okay, and now we see them meditating there. Okay. Are these statues corpses? Thinks Musica. They are the high priest and the 4 sages. They're still alive, yes? Yeah. No way. For 1,000 years without eating humans? How did they... Suspended animation. I don't know how they do it, but they put their bodies in an extreme state, stopping metabolism and cell division while staying alive. It's not something just anyone can do. Yeah. And they're still praying for the citizens. Your Excellency. Oh, and he remembers his teacher in the past. So your idea is we'll use our blood to revive His Excellency and the 4 sages, and we'll make him king. I mean, 1,000 years have passed. I don't know if the reanimation will work, but now that the imperial reign has crumbled, the only ones who can soothe the chaos, unify and lead the citizens, are them. And Musica smiles. Then we should hurry, before the town and the territories of the 5 regent houses find out the queen has died. And we promised Emma, too, that we won't let anyone die anymore, that we won't let them start a riot or a war, that we'll solve this. And again, we're seeing more of these owls. And it looks like this is one of the robotic owls that the Ratri used to watch. Alright. I have further reporting regarding the attack on the Imperial capital, sir. Queen Lagravalima has died. I'm guessing that the 5 regent houses, along with their families, have been killed too. We had first assumed that it was bandit rebels who were after the Tafari, but separate from that, we confirmed a pair that appear to be the evil-blooded. Not only that, our cameras caught a group of human children coming out of the castle. Human children. It's them, says Peter. They're not here. 22-194, 8-11-94, and 63-194, and others. Where are they? They died. They're dead already. Oh, and Nat lied to them. I knew they were alive. But could they really have attacked the Imperial capital? That's impossible. The Queen, there's no way children could have killed her. Calm down. This is actually to our benefit. Why don't we use this opportunity to the fullest? Hurry and tell the demons. This will be a battle of revenge for the Queen and the 5 regent houses. They're dead. Perfect. We'll take the throne and political power. From now on, this world will be mediated by our rule. Tell the other search parties to withdraw immediately. But if we do that, what about 22-194 and the others? Don't worry. They already know where we're headed. We just have to wait. They'll come to save their friends. They'll never abandon them. I will end the Neverland. Come, you damn fool. Come, you damn food. The children who will never grow up. I won't let you end Neverland. We'll settle this at Gracefield. And we have the children being led in. We see Nat and Anna with Jemima and Alicia. Toma and Lonnie, the Gracefield house. Didn't think we'd ever come back here like this. And the gates are opening. Is this going to be the grandmother? Thank you for welcoming us. It's been a while. Or is it going to be Isabella now? It is. Shit, she's still alive. I thought they would have killed her. Grandma Isabella. So they not only did they not kill her, but she ascended in the ranks. Grandma Isabella. Mom. Oh, that's so good. Next chapter is at the 6th. So, yeah. Will I read it as soon as it comes out, or will I wait until a few come out? don't know 100%. Just depends on how quickly I get these other videos off. That was good though. I'm so excited. Like, we went from this point that still to this point it's like the attack on the Capitol was like everything just kind of worked out, and we have no idea why everything just kind of worked out so easily the way it did. It just sort of did. And everything that Norman's group was doing. But from there, this has been really good. The defeat of Legravalamo is really well written, and how she kind of brought defeat upon herself and everything. Sungju's story in Musicos was great, and I like that we're now moving into this. So Sungju and Musica are trying to restore the peace, and we didn't even get to see Norman's group again, really, or Emma's group and Ray's group, all of them. But yeah, I really want to see more of this Gracefield stuff. It's kind of frustrating because I want to read next chapter like as soon as it comes out, but at the same time I hate getting stuck where I'm like, oh, now I have to wait another week. So I might let it get a couple chapters ahead and marathon it. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Either way though, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like if you did like it, comment down there, tell me what you thought of these 3 chapters, what you thought of my thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more, Promised Neverland, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want, I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel, or talk to you there. If you'd like a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us on Discord about this series or anything else, just ask and I can give you a link. It's free and open for anyone. And if you'd like to help support the channel and keep it going by helping out on Patreon, then it's patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.